Manchester Quartet and 80s goth pop revivalists Pale Waves are the newest band to make it big out of the UK, blazing a trail on the international scene. After hearing singles such as Television Romance and New Year's Eve from last year, the hype around this 1975 endorsed band was palpable, and finally, after an odd rollout of singles, we had the debut album My Mind Makes Noises a year and a half later. Derivative, unoriginal, and uninteresting best describes this album and honestly this band as a whole, ripping from hits such as The Cure's Friday I'm in Love and the 1975's Chocolate. There is not a single ounce of originality within each song's sparkling synths, twinkling riffs, and lyrical hooks. While initial singles such as Television Romance and There's a Honey took off within the rabid circles of the 1975's cult-like following and were a mainstay in UK magazines such as Enemy and DIY, they brought out nothing of interest in all of 2018. The album is described by the NME as remarkably trim, but at 51 minutes of overproduced pop, this could hardly be described as anything less than exuberant. Original singles like There's a Honey have been changed to work within the now even cleaner and heavily produced sound of the band, while other songs such as Came In Close are a complete mess, with terrible sounding guitar melodies and, like the entire album, such a predictable structure that there is little surprise to be had. The penultimate song, Carl, is an emotional acoustic guitar ballad around the death of the lead singer's granddad. While a sad send-off, it's hard not to be reminded of the 1975 song Nana, which is about the death of Matt Healy's grandma, and uses the exact same instrumentation and beats. It's sad to see that even when talking about a subject close to the singer, the context seems to be given little more thought than simply copying from an album still fresh in the minds of many Pale Waves fans. Even with this album floundering from the start, a lot can be said about their aesthetic. Taking inspiration from bands such as White Stripes, the 1975, The Damned, The Cure, and New Order, just to name a few, they come across as a garbled mess. With Television Romance's music video showing lead singer Heather Baron Gracie's full potential as the new queen of goth, while in other media and interviews she looks as if she's just got out of a brawl in a rowdy English pub. Such whiplash comes across as odd, not helped by the seemingly mute men that make up the roles of lead guitar and bass, who have little to no personality in some presumed attempt to make the drummer, Kira Duran, and lead singer Heather stand out as the main leaders behind the band. While an attempt was made to emulate the goth rock scene, it comes across as cynical and targeted towards a market of teenage girls in love with the 1975 and the 80s nostalgia that permeates society at this point. My Mind Makes Noises is a 3 out of 10, a disappointing debut that has done little to pique my interest in the band's future, as each song blends into the next to make a soup of reverb and vocal croonings.